We've all been there, stuck at a crossroads, pondering a decision. Should I take this job? Should I move to a new city? Should I eat this last piece of cake? These choices, big and small, form the tapestry of our lives. But are they truly our choices? Or are we just complex machines, reacting predictably to stimuli, our actions predetermined by the intricate wiring of our brains and the experiences that have shaped us? That's the age-old question of free will. It's a debate that's captivated philosophers and scientists for centuries, and it's one that doesn't have a simple yes or no answer. On one side, you have determinism. This viewpoint suggests that every event, including our choices, is causally linked to prior events. Think of it like a chain reaction. One event leads to another, and so on, all the way back to the beginning of time. If you could rewind the universe and replay it exactly, every action would unfold in precisely the same way. In this view, free will is an illusion. We simply believe we're choosing when, in reality, our choices are predetermined. Now, the opposing view is libertarianism, which argues that we do, in fact, possess genuine freedom of choice. Our actions aren't simply the result of prior events. They stem from our own conscious decisions and desires. We have the capacity to choose between different courses of action, regardless of what has happened before. This implies a kind of autonomy, a sense of self-determination that separates us from mere automatons. Neuroscience, the study of the brain, adds another layer to this complex puzzle. Brain scans show that neural activity related to a decision often begins before we're consciously aware of making that decision. Some interpret this as evidence for determinism, suggesting that our brains are making the decision for us even before we know it. This raises interesting questions about the nature of consciousness and whether our sense of free will is just a post hoc rationalization of unconscious processes. However, others argue that this brain activity doesn't negate free will. It simply means that the decision-making process is more complex and multifaceted than we might initially assume. Our conscious experience might lag behind the brain's underlying work, but that doesn't mean the conscious mind isn't an active participant in the final choice. Then there's the aspect of our environment. We are not isolated entities. Our choices are influenced by a vast network of social, cultural, and economic factors. Our upbringing, our education, the societal pressures we face, these all play a significant role in shaping our decisions. Does this mean our free will is limited or even non-existent? Again, it's not a simple answer. Even with these external influences, there's still room for individual agency, a space for our personal values and aspirations to guide our choices. Consider the impact of personal responsibility. Our legal system, for instance, is built on the premise of free will. We hold people accountable for their actions, assuming they had the capacity to choose differently. If determinism were true, the entire concept of justice would crumble, as no one would be truly responsible for their crimes. But this doesn't necessarily mean that determinism is wrong, only that our societal structures often function better under the assumption of free will, even if the philosophical truth remains elusive. The implications of this debate are far-reaching. Our understanding of free will impacts our views on morality, responsibility, and the very nature of human existence. If our actions are predetermined, does that diminish the value of our lives? Or does it allow us to approach our choices with a greater sense of compassion and understanding, recognizing the complexity of the factors at play? Ultimately, the question of free will remains a profound mystery. The scientific evidence doesn't offer a definitive conclusion, and philosophical arguments continue to clash. Perhaps the most important thing is not to arrive at a definitive answer, but to engage with the question itself, to ponder the complexities of human choice, and to appreciate the ongoing search for truth in this fundamental area of human experience. It is a question that will continue to challenge us, to make us question our own actions and motivations, and to remind us of the profound depths of the human condition. The ghost in the machine, indeed, remains a compelling enigma, and one that is constantly being re-examined in the light of new discoveries and philosophical perspectives. It's a discussion that continues, and one that's worth having. The complexities of the human brain and the interplay between our conscious minds and our unconscious drives further complicate the matter. We are beings of immense complexity, influenced by factors both internal and external, making a simple determination of whether or not we have free will an overly simplistic approach. The ongoing exploration of this question is a testament to our ongoing search for understanding of ourselves and the world around us.